We all know that the hottest planet in our solar system is Mercury. It's close to the sun, so it's hot. But how about the hottest planet outside of our solar system? The title of the hottest exoplanet doesn't go to Mercury. In fact, the title goes to this place, 55 Cancri, E, and it's hotter than Mercury by thousands of degrees. How can this be possible? Let's find out. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at one of the hottest places in the universe, 55 Cancri E. It's one of the most inhospitable planets that we know of. We don't know of any life forms that could survive there, not even bacteria. So let's learn a bit more about it. Where is this super hot planet located? Like Mercury, this planet is located close to its star. 55 Cancri E orbits a star similar to our Sun. It's about 40 light years away from Earth. The star itself is very similar to our Sun. But because it's slightly bigger than our Sun, the planet receives more energy from its star. Because it's closer to its star, 55 Cancri E receives a lot more energy. If you were to stand on this planet, you would receive the equivalent of over 380,000 watts per square meter. This is enough power to literally burn your skin off. It's like being inside a furnace at 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot. How hot is this planet? Well, the average temperature on 55 Cancri E is 2,400 degrees Celsius. That's 4,350 degrees Fahrenheit. You won't be sipping tea on this planet anytime soon. On Mercury, the average temperature is 167 degrees Celsius, or 333 degrees Fahrenheit. So 55 Cancri is definitely much hotter. 55 Cancri is so hot that if you were to stand on it, you wouldn't be standing for long. You would be vaporized in a matter of seconds. Your body would turn into plasma. At this temperature, diamond would melt. Diamond is the hardest mineral on Earth, but on this planet, it would be no match for the intense heat. Okay, now let's take a step back and ask ourselves, why is this planet so hot? Well, there are two main reasons. One is that it's extremely close to its star. And the second reason is that it's very small. Yes, it's so close to its star, it receives a ton of radiation. And because it's so small, it has a very strong gravitational pull. This means that the atmosphere of the planet is very dense. The atmosphere is made up of hydrogen and helium. The hydrogen and helium atoms are so close together that they form a thick, heavy fog. This fog traps the heat from the planet's surface, which makes the planet even hotter. How big is this planet? The radius of 55 Cancri E is only half of the radius of Earth. Its mass is 8 times that of Earth, so it's very dense. Its gravity is almost twice as strong as Earth's gravity. So if you were to step foot on this planet, you would feel like you were on a very heavy rock. It would be very difficult to escape its gravitational pull. Let's take a look at the year on 55 Cancri E. A year on this planet is only 11 days long. It's because it's so close to its star. It whips around its star in just 11 days. Because it's so close to its star, there's really only one side to this planet. One side is scorching hot, and the other side is freezing cold. The side that faces the star is very similar to our Mercury. It's very hot. 8. The side that doesn't face the star is in a constant state of darkness. Now, temperatures on this side can reach negative 170 degrees Celsius or a negative 274 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so cold that if you stepped foot on this side of the planet, you would be frozen in a matter of seconds. Because this planet is so close to its star, it's tidally locked with the star. This means that the same side of the planet always faces the star. As the planet orbits the star also rotates on its axis. This is why one side of the planet is always facing the star. Tidal locking is very common among planets that are close to their stars. For example, our moon is tidally locked with the Earth. It's the same side of the moon always faces us. Mercury is also tidally locked with the Sun, although it's not as extreme as 55 Cancri E. Let's look at the atmosphere of this planet. The atmosphere of 55 Cancri E is very different from the atmosphere of Earth. On Earth, the atmosphere is mostly made up of nitrogen and oxygen. On 55 Cancri E, the atmosphere is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. The atmosphere is very thick and heavy, which is why the planet is so hot. The thick atmosphere traps the heat from the planet's surface. The atmosphere is also very opaque, which is why there's only one side to the planet. The atmosphere is so thick that it blocks out the light from the other side of the planet. What's the escape velocity on this planet? Escape velocity is the speed an object needs to reach in order to escape the gravitational pull of a planet. The escape velocity on 55 Cancri E is very high. It's about 14 kilometers per second. This is because the planet is very small and dense. The small size means that the gravitational pull is stronger. To escape the gravitational pull of 55 Cancri E, an object would need to travel faster than 14 kilometers per second. This is about 50,000 kilometers per hour. So we know that 55 Cancri E is hot. But what about the star it orbits? The star is actually slightly bigger than our Sun. It's about 1.2 times the size of our Sun. It's also about 1.4 times the mass of our Sun. The star is very similar to our Sun, but it's slightly brighter. This is because it's slightly bigger. The star is also slightly more massive. The star is about 1.4 times the mass of our Sun. This means that the star has a stronger gravitational pull. The star's gravity keeps the planet in orbit. The star's gravity is what makes 55 Cancri E so hot. Because the planet is so close to the star, it receives a lot of radiation. What kind of star is this? The star is a G-type star. This is the same type of star that our Sun is. G-type stars are very common. They make up about 8% of the stars in the galaxy. G-type stars are also very stable. They have a very long lifespan. Our Sun is a G-type star. It's about 4.6 billion years old. It has about 4.4 billion years left to live. So we've learned a lot about 55 Cancri E, but there's still a lot that we don't know. Scientists are still trying to learn more about this fascinating planet. One thing that scientists are trying to learn is whether or not there are any moons that are in 55 Cancri E. There may be moons. We haven't detected them yet. Scientists are also trying to learn more about the atmosphere of 55 Cancri E. We know that the atmosphere is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium, but we don't know much else about it. Scientists are also trying to learn more about the star that 55 Cancri E orbits. We know that the star is a G-type star, but we don't know much else about it. 55 Cancri E is the hottest planet that we know of. It's so hot that if you stood on it, you would be vaporized. But it's not the only hot planet out there. There are many other planets that are very hot. Some of these planets are in the habitable zone of their star, which means that they could potentially have liquid water on the surface. This makes them very interesting targets for scientists who are looking for signs of life. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other videos about space. Thank you for watching. Till next time, keep looking up.